This old farmhouse has been standing since 1919. My 3 great-grandfathers homesteaded the property when they set out west, and since that time, the only name on the property has been ours. Family traditions were started here. They overcame the Dust Bowl in this home. They brought new technology to the farm. They saw success. They saw failures. Life has happened here. And here it sits, waiting. Waiting on the 6th generation to decide what to do with it. Do you realize that your county farm bureau is no different? Those who have come before you have built a house, and they transformed it into a home for 6 million member families. It's been a place to express concerns, celebrate triumphs, and connect with like-minded people. And here it sits, waiting in your hands, waiting on this generation to decide what to do with it. Believe it or not, the foundation of this farmhouse is solid. 20 years ago, my grandmother tried to level the kitchen floor, and the whole foundation began to move with it. The foundation is unshakable. Sound familiar? It is the founding principles of the Farm Bureau that guide the leaders of the county organization. They make Farm Bureau unshakable, just like this old house. Now, don't get me wrong, the house needs work. If we want this house to stand for another 100 years, we need to go back to the blueprints. Of course, those don't exist from the 1800s, so we drew up blueprints outlining what the house looks like now and what it can be. Just like you, in the county organization, we don't need to do this every year, but it's necessary to cast a vision and clarify where we're headed. How recently have you clarified your County Farm Bureau's vision and goals? Is it time to do it again? You don't need the original blueprints to get started. You know what the organization looks like today, and you know where it needs to go. Even though it's controversial with some family members, we will be removing walls within the home to create a more welcoming and open environment. We'll also give old spaces new functions. For example, when Grandma added a washer and dryer to the home, they were installed between the living room and the kitchen. We plan to relocate them because it makes sense for the way we want our home to function. Just as walls provide structure to the home, so does governance in the county organization. The walls designate and signify what is supposed to happen in each room, just like key governance documents convey how the County Farm Bureau should function. Which board or organizational policies are like the laundry room and need to be adjusted to fit a new time and a new generation? Which guiding documents need to be revised to create the culture and environment we want in our home? Next to the foundation, the most critically reviewed area was the roof. The roof provides protection for the house, and without the needed protection from the elements, the house would cease to stand. The policy development process and advocacy efforts are the roof of the County Farm Bureau. They provide protection for the members. What policies do you need in place to help your home, your County Farm Bureau, your farm or ranch, and your industry thrive for another 100 years? Finally, the people are what make a house a home. The front room of this house was used every Friday for listening to the radio and dancing. People in my family met their spouse in this room. Relationships were built and strengthened, and new members of the family were brought in. The same is true with your County Farm Bureau's members. In order to continue to grow and have people carry on the family name and legacy, we have to bring in new members. How successful is your County Farm Bureau at recruiting new members? Or how about succession planning? Who will fill your shoes? This old house will continue to stand. Because we value its history, we also care about its future. Therefore, we're willing to make needed adjustments to the structure, to go back to the blueprints, to protect it, and to invite new people in to share the legacy. These are the essentials for the home, and these are the essentials for you, County Board members. It's you. And Board Essentials is your resource.